Hello and welcome back to No Man's Sky. We're on the No Man's Sky Orbital update 4.6, very exciting update. We're in one of the brand new space stations right now. They look absolutely epic. Look at this beautiful design with this big core at the back here. Although we're actually going to look at something underneath that, because we're going to be looking at one of the other features along with these space stations in the new update. And that of course is none other than starship customization. We can build and design our own starships, just like this one, which I built, and don't know what's going on there, but I built this ship from scratch. So I've made and customized this ship. Of course I used the pieces available, and we're going to talk about how to get these pieces and how to use them to build this ship. Just like this one, I love the fan hauler here with the fans, because this is like a fan hauler, which is the type of wing that it is. I'm a big fan of it, some may say. Pun intended. Anyway, we're going to go through a quick tutorial on how to build your own ship. Now in the space station, in every single normal space station, not the pirate ones or the abandoned ones, in every single normal new space station like this one, there will be like a ship builder at the back here. So we can go and talk to this terminal down here, and we've got all the things that we need to build our ship. Although I've already got these in advance, but I'm going to go through how to actually get them. So this is the starship fabricator. We're going to use it in a minute. We can see here, this is how we build our starship. Of course I've got some pieces already, but if you didn't have the pieces, then you need to know how to get the pieces. So here is a starship, a random spaceship. It's a B-class fighter. Now it's 10 million units. I've got 7 million, so I can't actually buy this one. I would recommend going for C-class fighters or any other ship, explorer, hauler. Of course you cannot design your own like interceptors or ones that are not usually found at space stations, including solar ships and exotic ships. You cannot design them, and shuttles are a bit more complicated, so you can't design your own shuttle either, which is unfortunate because I wanted to design my own shuttle, but then shuttles are quite bad. Now I'm going to wait here for a minute until a decent spaceship fighter I'm looking for comes in that I can steal. Well, not steal of course, buy. But whilst we're waiting for that, actually let's get another piece, because we're going to need the wings, we're going to need the fuselage and the thruster. So there is another piece we're going to need, which is found over here. Now this is the technology man for starship research. Find them at space stations. Every space station technology man will have this, which is what we're about to buy. The A-class reactor. We could get the S-class reactor if we wanted an S-class ship, although hefty budget, remember? So we're just going to get the A-class reactor for now. But now we have the A-class reactor, so we're going to need that, of course. We just need a better cockpit, I think. So I'm going to scrap the next fighter we see into a cockpit. So we got the reactor from the merchant, the technology merchant, and then all the other pieces, the fuselage, and that we'll get in a minute. Now because we want a fighter, we can actually go to a Viking system, which will give us a better chance of finding a fighter. So we're going to go there right now to see if we can find a better fighter. And I want the cockpit, remember, because I'm not really happy with the cockpit that I've got right now. Oh, this is quite a cool space station. It's a bit like the original space station, but a lot more advanced looking. If we go in third person, we can see the beautiful ship that I designed with the fan wings and the cool tail, which I quite like. But yeah, here's one of the new space stations. This one's a bit more simplistic compared to some of the really big space stations that you can find out there, but it's still looking really nice with those textures. And of course the interior lighting is all different because it's green on this one. The last one it was kind of gold, quite like the last one. And now we need to wait for a fighter to come over here. Although it shouldn't take too long because this is a Viking system, so it means that fighters will be a lot more common. You can see the Viking here. These are some nice wings actually for the Explorer, so we could salvage this and get the nice Explorer wings, but we cannot mix and match the types. So we cannot put Explorer wings on a fighter, and we cannot put a fighter wings on an Explorer. And the same with the hauler. We cannot put a hauler cockpit or a hauler engines on like a fighter or a Explorer. So the types are separate, so you cannot mix and match the types, just you can mix and match the engines and wings and things. Which is a shame, but it makes sense how the modules work, because of course it will be quite difficult to make it so you can have that cockpit on like a body that looks like that, which wouldn't really work, would it? This looks like a fighter. It is a B-class fighter, however we can afford it, and it's got quite a nice cockpit. I quite like that fuselage there. so I think I'm going to buy this one and scrap it. No, it's basically all my money, but I don't really care as long as I get this tutorial for you so you know how to build your own ship. So we're going to buy it and add it to the collection, because I'm not going to trade in my nice customised hauler. And then once we've done that, we're going to take our freshly bought fighter. Now you can scrap ships, which is the cheap way of doing it if you want to do that, but I'm just buying ships because I don't really want to scrap ships. Running around planets looking for ships to scrap. So we're going to do begin salvage analysis, option number 3. Now do not do this, do not do claim scrap worth 4 million units or whatever it's worth, because we won't get the customization module from that. So we are going to want to go with the customization module, or extract that. And I quite like the cockpit, so I'm going to take the cockpit. You only get one, you cannot choose all 3, you have to choose one of the options. And now we've got the fighter cockpit in my inventory, the speeder fuselage, nice name. And then we're going to go over to the starship fabricator, which we saw earlier. And we've got all the things we need, all the ingredients. So let's put the speeder fuselage, and then our A-class reactor core, the radiant wings, and our mono thruster. And once we've got everything in there, then it looks pretty nice, doesn't it? We can actually colour it, so we can have all sorts of colours. We can make it really exotic, like yellow and red and blue, or we can make it a bit more orangey. That looks quite nice. I think I'm going to go with like red and white maybe. Red. What are we thinking? I'm not sure. I can never choose colours. There's so many options to choose from. So many different combinations now. It's quite hard to even choose a colour. I quite like the yellow with the orange and the white overall, so I think I'm going to go with that. So we're going to assemble that. And here's our fighter here. And we can just take it. It's now free, so we don't actually have to buy it. It's now ours, or not yet, but when we proceed to buy it, add it to our collection. Now it's free and it is ours, looking pretty nice. So this is our customized fighter. Whoa, okay. Customized fighter, so we're going to take it out. And you can mix and match so many pieces. We're going to have a look at some of the other options in creative mode quickly. Here's the fighter. We customized this completely, so we put those thrusters on it at the back there, and we put this fuselage on it, and the wings as well. Those wings we customized there. So it is completely customizable. 3 types of ships. Of course you cannot customize the exotic ones, you're going to have to find them yourself, and you are going to have to find the parts yourself, which is good because I think it means it's not too much of a trade-off, so you're not losing some of the fun of going to find ships yourself, but then you're still customizing a ship. So that is the custom fighter. We're going to go right to the back. Now I'm assuming, I haven't been in creative mode to test it, I'm assuming we don't need the ship parts because we're in creative mode. Let's just confirm that. Okay, so no, you cannot, because you have to have them in your inventory, which is fair enough. But it means that you are going to have to, even in creative mode, you cannot customize your own ship. You're going to have to work for it now. But we can at least have a look at what we've got to offer. That's a shame. I wanted to spend hours in creative mode just seeing all the different combinations, but there are a lot of combinations to spend your time on. Look at all these wings, different types of wing, different types of the same wing, like those two are similar but they're still different. And then there's 3 types, so we've got the Explorer, we've got loads of different left wings, so you can actually have them asymmetrical, which is cool. So left wing, right wing, and of course your reactor, which is all the same for every ship. And then there's the hauler, my personal favourite. Different cockpits, there's loads of different cockpits on the hauler, so we've got 8, I think that's the most, that must be the most on any ship. And then there's a few wings, actually there's a lot of wings. Oh wow, okay, look at all those wings, so there's 8 times whatever the number that is. Different types of bull hauler, Titan A wings, that's a lot of wings. And then there's not many thrusters though, is there? Oh, still quite a lot, 7 thrusters. So there's so many combinations and a lot of things you can do. So go and salvage your ships, go and make them into new ships. Hope this video has been helpful, hope you've enjoyed, and hope you are going to make the most epic, insane looking ship with all the different ships to offer. Shame you can't customise your own ship in creative mode first, but just the way it is, I'm afraid. And make sure to subscribe if this video has been helpful, because that lets me know that you want to see more No Man's Sky. It also means that you won't miss any future No Man's Sky videos, and I'll certainly publish more videos in the future. Tell me what types of ship you like, if it's haulers, fighters. Personally I think haulers are cool, and Sentinel Interceptors, although you can't customise them unfortunately. Maybe one day in the future you'll be able to customise them. Personally, I really like this method of customizing as well. The fact that you actually have to go and get a ship, even in creative mode, and then salvage it to get the part you want, and then get all your parts and assemble it at the end. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.